Codemoji. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we are going to log into Scratch and see. So here I'm going to go to Scratch, Scratch.mit.edu. All right. So the first thing we're going to want to do is log in. And I'm already logged in, but let me pull up a private window so you guys can see what that looks like. When you log in, you'll see the word sign in, and that's where you want to sign in. You can do a project without signing in, but to save a project, you need to make sure that you are all signed in. So I'm going to go ahead and click sign in. And then underneath sign in, you'll see the username and password. Once you've logged on, go ahead and go to create. So remember with Scratch, you can do lots of things. You can have animals talk, you can have people fly, you can have things grow and shrink, you can create games, you can create animations. So you can do all these things, but first we want to make sure we know the basics of how to use it. So that's what I'm going to go through today. Okay. So we've talked about before, this is I'm going to go ahead and move me up here. Okay. So this over here is called a sprite. Okay. For the sprite, I get to tell him what I want him to do. Okay. So maybe I want him to move 10 steps. So over here under motion, I see move 10 steps. So I'm going to go ahead and put move 10 steps. And as he's moving, I also want him to play the sound meow. So I'm going to go ahead and move that over here. Now, he's not doing anything that I'm asking him to do, right? I have this in my space, move 10 steps, play sound meow until done, but he's not moving and he's not meowing. So what I need to do is go under events. I need to tell him when to do this. So for example, I can go to when the green flag is clicked, right? So now I can go ahead and click that green flag, right? So you hear the meow and he moved 10 steps. Okay. But I can also edit inside this white space. So maybe I want him to move, let's say 20 spaces, right? Because that was a little slow for me. Right? And I'll have him continue saying meow. You can also record a voice, but we'll just stick with meow for now. Let's see. So he's still not moving. So what do I need to do? I need to click the green flag. And so he moved a little further. Right? Twice as much now. Okay. So just as a reminder, if you guys take a look at code, right, this bar right here, all of this is color-coded for you. What do you want him to do? How you want him to move, motion, how you want him to look, right? If you want him to say hello, maybe, I'm going to move that over here. Say hello. Let's see how that looks. See? And you'll see the hello bubble over here, speech bubble. And then we had sound, so all the different sounds you have. The events. The control. So maybe I want him to repeat this. Let's say I want him to repeat this 2 times. Right? So I'm going to click the thing, and he's going to go ahead and repeat it 2 times. There's also sensing. There's operators. There's variables, and there's my block. Right? So all of these are color-coded. So just by looking at this, I see that place sound until done. This color is purple. So because it's purple, I know that it's sound. And if I want to find another sound, I would just go to the purple tab. Just talked about how the colors over here are color coordinated with the action that we want the sprite or the cat right here to take. Right? I also had to say hello, right? So the looks say hello. Let me just put that over here. Okay. So, but now my sprite is this cat, right? But maybe I don't want it to be a cat. I want it to be something else. So actually, I can go down here. Let me see if I can make this a little wider for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go down here. And where it has the face of the cat, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And now, if you're not sure what kind of sprite you want, you can take a look at these themes. You know, maybe you want something sports related, so you'd go ahead over here. Or maybe you want some letters, or you want people, or you want animals, okay? I think I'm gonna go ahead and get a fish. Okay, so I clicked on my fish, and now my fish is here with my cat. But actually, I don't want this cat anymore. So I can go ahead and go down here where it says Sprite 1 and click on the trash can to throw it out. Now all I have is my fish. You'll also notice that all the coding here is gone, and that's because all that coding was for my sprite. Okay? Now for my fish, I have to make sure it's clicked on him in order to add code for him. Alright, so maybe for my code I just want him to move 10 steps, but he's not doing that yet, even though it's on the space, because I need to tell it exactly when to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this. And there we go. It's going 10 steps. Now, I want my fish to have some friends. So I'm going to go ahead and add another sprite. I'm going to see what other animals I can get. I'm going to go ahead and get a jellyfish. Right? That'll be fun. And I want them to kind of hang out, not in a blank space. So I'm going to go ahead and add a backdrop. So to add a backdrop, a little background, I'm going to go ahead and click on this button in the bottom right corner where it says choose a backdrop. Now, same thing as the sprite, I can base it off of a theme. And when I think of fish and a jellyfish, I want them to be underwater. So I'm going to click underwater. And I want them to hang out in this underwater one space. Right? And so there you have your sprite and your backdrops. What I'll show you guys is here you have costumes, right? And under costumes, based on your script, so right here my jellyfish, I can change his costumes to look shocked, to look angry, or to disappear, to look invisible, right? And for my fish, I have all these costumes I can change him into. But you have to make sure you're pressing on the sprite that you want to use. Okay? So I have my costumes here, and here are my sounds. So some of these sprites already come with the sound. So for example here, you'll hear bubbles. And then here you'll hear the ocean wave. I'm gonna press play. And you can decide if you want it to be faster, slower, louder, softer. So you have control over how you want it to sound. Okay? So let's go ahead and include this in my sound. I'm going to name my fish Eli. Okay, so let me go ahead and first I'm going to have my jellyfish say hi to Eli. Say, hello. Hello, Eli. So remember, if there's an empty white space in here, that means I can go ahead and type what I want it to be. And I'm going to have him say, hello, Eli, for 2 seconds. I think that's a good amount. And then I'm gonna have my fish, no, my jellyfish say hello, Eli. I'm gonna have my fish move 10 steps and say, Omar, can you believe we are underwater for 2 seconds? And so when this happens, I want Omar to be shocked. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my jellyfish, Omar. And he's going to wait for 2 seconds. So here, remember, you can use the color coded to see what you want it to do. So I know control, I'm going to have him wait for, I'm actually going to say, okay, let's try 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Nope. I'm going to go ahead and click this when it's ready. I want him to wait 3 seconds, and then I want him to change costumes. We saw that in his costumes, he can look shocked, right? So I'm gonna go ahead, and the name of that costume is Jellyfish B, right? So from A to B. So, I'm gonna looks, right? Because that's how he's gonna look. I'm gonna switch to Jellyfish B. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look what that looks like. Let me move this out of the way. Just try and take another look. Okay, so now you notice that my coding are right on top of each other. Why is that? Well, because when I click this, it says say hello for 2 seconds for my jellyfish, but it's the same thing for my fish also, right? So I have to have him wait until Omar's done talking to him. So control, let's say 7 seconds. Move this out of the way. Stop. Okay, let's see. Hello, Eli. Can you believe we're underwater? So this entire time, right, my jellyfish is looking shocked. But I'm gonna go back under looks, and I need him to switch. As soon as we restart, I want him to switch to A. Let's try that again.
Yes. Hold on.
Okay, so did that work? So here, the jellyfish, he switched costumes way too early, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and give him, let's say 7 seconds. Yep, and there we go. So remember that when you're doing this, you should definitely play around with it to see when to see how many seconds you should wait, to see what needs to go first, second, third. This is Scratch. This is your time. So go ahead and play with it and have fun.
So now that Miss Saida has walked you through some of the basics of Scratch, which you might have already known, but we wanted to give you a little refresher, I'm going to give you a quick challenge. So we want you to create the most wild, crazy game you can that has at least 2 sprites and at least 2 backgrounds. So we might want your sprite to be able to move from one side of the screen to the other, and then when it gets to the end of the screen, it changes to a different background. That's my challenge for you. I'm excited to see your work and see how many of you can complete this challenge on your own. Good luck.